I find that people's opinions on classical dressage are very emotional, and they should be. But let's just take it back and think of it from a business standpoint. Hello fellow Christians, how you doing guys? I'm Nolan M Cruz and I'm here to make your life just a bit better. So here we go. I would first like to start off with just saying that I love classical dressage. You know, I did the competitive dressage with a coach before and I really started to hate the sport. But when I went classical, I absolutely loved it. But I can't let that opinion really get into the nitty-gritty and fog my judgment. I have come across, both in Facebook groups and on YouTube and other forums, about how trainers are refusing to teach classical way down in Florida. And if you haven't noticed right now, of course, clinics upon clinics and shows upon shows in Florida, that's what's happening right now. People are very upset because all it is competitive riding they're teaching. You know, do this, do that, flex the pole, blah, blah, blah. And as people say, you know, this isn't classical training. And you're right. You people are right. It isn't classical training. But just take one step back and just think of it from this point of view. Florida right now is competitive riding and showing land. Right? For the next few months, that's what it is. So of course, trainers and clinicians are giving advice on competition riding because that's exactly where the market is right now. I'm not saying you're not going to find a classical trainer out there in Florida. No, I'm not saying that at all. But to be so upset because these people are not doing classical riding, financially it doesn't make sense. It's a business down there, and how are they going to make their most money? And people who are showing down there, they're competitive. So what they want to do is take advantage of the fact of who's coming in. What's going to make the most revenue? What's going to make the most, business? And that is getting trainers who are more competitive and asking them to do clinic. What they're going to take from the clinic, they're going to take to the show the next weekend. And that's what's hopefully going to make them win. Now, with that in mind, I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying,
well, that's competition land, so get over it.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Actually, quite the contrary. We should be striving for the classical way 100%. I am a firm believer in classical training of dressage, or any real riding to begin with. But really, I do agree with you guys when you say classical training needs to come to the forefront again. We need to get away from so much competition riding, and I 100% agree with you. Both for riders and the horses alike. One thing I'm going to tell you is we have to pick our battles. If this is what we want to fight for, and I'm not saying you shouldn't fight for it, I think you should fight for it. But remember what exactly you're battling. Don't go into the Florida standpoint and say we shouldn't do this, we need classical way, blah, 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 because it's a battle you're not going to win. And going on to videos and forums and complaining about Florida, it's not going to change right now. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it, but I'm saying find things that'll lead you to success. Think of it like your horse. You will not set them up to fail. But by going up against the clinicians of Florida, you kind of are setting yourself up to fail because financially that is what it is down there. Do I agree with it? No. But that's kind of what we're dealing with. So as I say, we need to be smart. We need to pick our battles. It doesn't mean shut up, get over it. That's just how life is. Not saying that at all, because I do believe, yes, bring in the classical way. But at the same time, fighting is not going to do it. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. So what do you guys think? Do you think I am off my rockers for saying, Florida is competition land right now? Maybe you have a suggestion on how we should come together and bring classical dressage back to the forefront. Comment down below, or maybe give us your opinion of what you think is happening. Maybe there's something I don't see. While you're at that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that share button, hey, hit that subscribe button too while you're at it, right? I'm Nolan M Cruz, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao!